We're live.
All right.
Let's get it already.
So, the party has successfully infiltrated the Wizards of Wine winery. They were able to stop the druids from destroying the winery. Then they learned from a ruthless interrogation by Ivan that the druids had captured a woman and child and took them to Yester Hill for a sacrificial offering. The party was able to go to Yester Hill and battle against the Blood Mage, which I don't think y'all ever actually learned his name. But that's okay, because he's dead. During the battle, a couple party members decided to continue forth past the large statue of Strahd, the effigy, and head straight to the Gulthias tree, where the party encountered a circle of druids and the boy impaled by the tree, to the tree. And through quick thinking and some careful fireballs, the wizard was able to prevent the ritual. It angered the barbarians, which all bum rushed him, and the rest of the party took out the Blood Mage. Finishing up the barbarians and heading back, they encountered Strahd von Zarovich himself. Count Strahd von Zarovich, my bad. They asked for a get-out-of-jail-free card for his mercy, which he humbly accepted. After a small bout for the party to show their prowess and powers against Strahd, and him literally stomping one's face into the ground and asking if that's all they got, and if it is, he hopes y'all get stronger. And to show his sign of mercy, he gave y'all a head start from his pack of dire wolves, and he informed the wolves that if any step out at night, to rip them apart. This was his show of mercy towards the party as he hopped back in his carriage and went back along his way. A chase sequence ensued, with the party using skills and spells to get away from the direwolves, sprinting and running back to the Wizards of Wine winery. Safely inside, Davian locks the doors quickly behind them, and the party collapses and falls quietly into a deep slumber. Peaceful throughout the night, except for the howling of wolves through the entirety. The party awake, bright and not so bright, but still early in the morning, to the smells of food and wine and some joyous laughter from various children from downstairs. Y'all awake and all together in a bedroom upstairs in the winery. With only a small mattress in the room, most of you sleeping on the floor and whatnot. You notice that Irina is not in the room, as she bunked up with some of the women. With y'all, though, is Ismark and Ivan.
Okay.
Another thing, I do believe Plume suffered a critical injury and now has similar scars to Arrow. Looking over your body, you see these small holes, 5 holes exactly, across your body, Plume, of where you were once pierced by the Blood Mage.
I don't think that was me that hit.
No, Plume. Plume was hit with the contagion.
But you said
No,
Arrow at first. Yeah, I think it was Jace that hit it.
Was it Jace that got injured last time? Got knocked down and
yeah, it was
okay.
Like a
that's right.
bone-flavored magic missile.
That's right. So, Plume, looking over your body, you also have these same scars where patches of hair are just now gone from 5 different spots across your body. Mostly being around your chest. So, the morning is yours. You know that this is the last day before the Festival of the Blazing Sun.
Okay.
And before y'all actually all begin and start playing, if I can remind, I sent out some DMs to a couple of you. If I could remind y'all to please reread them as we played for tonight's session.
You didn't send me anything, right?
And I'm not saying if I did or not send anybody any particular things.
Okay.
Yeah. What do, my band of not-so-merry adventurers?
Why wouldn't we be married? We just leveled up.
Well, Rhaegar spent 3 rounds with his face in the dirt last game.
It was more like 2 rounds. And yeah, it was not a fun nap.
So what's up, guys? What are y'all doing?
So first thing I'm doing is talking to, I think it's Davian Mardukov, because the reward that he promised us was giving us a name on who attempted to kill Strahd.
Well, he said he had information on the assassin. Not exactly like names, but he has information on the assassin.
Okay, well, I'm gonna immediately speak to him to try to get that info out of him.
Okay. You head downstairs, and you're kind of large, but you find yourself like watching your step and stopping every once in a while as just waves of kids just circle around through the winery. You make your way into like the dining room of the winery, where you see Davian and Adrian and a couple other females that you've seen before. You even see the female that you rescued on Yester Hill looking pretty healthy. They're all just sitting around and kind of eating breakfast, and Adrian motions for you to sit at the table. And you see that there is 4 other seats available at the table. But there is quite a mess still on the table where the seats are. It looks like the kids just got done eating.
Okay.
Is everyone else with me and having a seat as well, or am I just here by myself with them?
I'm with you.
I'm with them.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Davian doesn't speak up first. He's
Okay.
just eating his breakfast.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Oh, can I eat as well? I
Yeah.
would like munchies.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a spread of different breakfast foods. I mean, there's like eggs and cheeses and hams and chicken breasts and stuff.
Oh yeah, I'm grabbing like some bread, cheese, chicken breast with the other hand,
Oh.
shoving chunks of it in my mouth. In between bites, I'm kind of getting right to the point and asking and saying to Davian, so Davian, what about that information you had for us? We came through on our end.
Well, do you want the long answer or the short answer?
Long answer.
I'll let you in on a little secret. There is a secret organization within Ravenloft as a whole called the Keepers of the Feather. They are information gatherers, and they spread pretty far and wide. We have had reports that someone has taken up living in a tower northwest of Vallaki, up against Lake Zarovich. We believe that if someone was to assault Strahd, they would find refuge in this tower.
So you
I'm
said-
sorry, say that again?
Is it the Guild of the Feather?
Keepers of the Feather.
Of the Feather.
Where is this at again?
Northwest of Vallaki.
Tower northwest of Alaki.
He just nods.
Northwest. Okay.
That was the long answer.
Alright.
Yep.
I think the short answer is go northwest of Valaki to a tower. That's where
Yeah.
you'll find your answers.
I agree.
He just nods. He goes back to eating his food.
I'm gonna press it further and just ask: would this person be friendly to us or not?
No, I've never met him.
Were they human?
Yeah, no, on my
Oh.
computer, please.
You know what? I misspoke. When I said I never met them, I meant that they were my best friends and we play board games with all the kids every Monday.
You don't even know if they're human?
I've never met them.
Okay. Fair enough. Thanks for the
Oh,
information then. That's more than we had.
Don't have to be a jackass about it. Jeez.
You don't have to ask me dumb questions.
I didn't.
I didn't hear what he said.
I don't know what he said. All right. Oh. I got new stuff that I can't. All right. Yes. Let's. On our way. What is the game? Are we going south to the tower where I will find, or to find a temple of amber where I will find houses great evil and power, or are we going northwest of Valaki?
I think we need to go see your. See what you need to get done there.
Or do we
Arrow.
go to the lady that will tell us our future? Or something like that, I don't know.
I think we need to go see the person that you're supposed to go see, Arrow.
I think now would be a good time to share an actual map with everybody.
Yay!
Which Adrian can provide for the group. I mean, is that okay with everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yep.
All right. If you would check our group chat on Discord, there is now a map.
Fancy. I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the
Oh,
map.
did I upload the wrong one?
Oh, no, don't do that. Is it in general or what? Which?
It's he said in the group chat.
Oh, group chat. Okay, that's right.
No,
No,
the
No,
same one.
I definitely see it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so just let me know if there's a certain specific location that you want to look at closer or ask a question about. Now's the time. I don't know if y'all can see it, but if you follow the Raven River to the west side of the map, there's the winery and the Esterhill to the south of it.
What
And
about
right
Where's the winery?
to the far west side, the left side of the map. There's like little green patches. Looks like a vineyard.
Oh, I see it. I see it. Okay.
Okay.
What about that place that you were supposed to go to, Arrow?
The tower in the south. In the south. There's a.
Maybe we should go there first.
Wait, who's supposed to go to a tower in the south?
Arrow's
I
supposed
am.
to go to the tower in the south.
That's the opposite direction of the one where the guy who attempted on Strahd's life is at.
Yes,
What else
but
is in the south?
But it's been several days since we were told that he needed to go there. We should probably go there and then head out to the north.
Also, there's still the festival that we're probably should attend.
So, do y'all see the windmill on the map?
Windmill.
It's if you look at Valaki, it's in the very center, and then you got the windmill to the southeast, and then if you follow the road, you see the Seer Falls and the Seer Pool in the
Yeah.
bottom right. Where that little campsite is, that's where Madame Eva is.
Okay.
That was the fortune teller person.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Where is this tower that's south of here that our
Um,
friend
to the south.
he
That's
said he
the
had
Yeah.
Madam-
It says
Madam's place.
in the
Just said that.
No, it's two different places, I believe. Is it?
So they don't have any information on any tower to the south, but they do point out that over near Lake Baratok Pool, which is west of Lake Zarovich, that is where the tower is that they're talking about.
Okay.
And they tell you to the west of that is the city of Krezik and the Abbey, which is like on top of a mountain, kind of.
We needed to go to the Abbey.
Or Irina.
Yes. Also, I do think we should head back to the main town, Vallaki, first.
So saying that, Adrian speaks up, and he says, you know, there is something else you can help us with. It pays money. Or you can get paid in wine. With the help of your clergy person, Ivan, he was able to help us this morning with purifying some of the wine that was poisoned. I was surprised. He woke up extra early this morning and helped us with this. So all of our wine stocks are perfectly fine, and we have an extra caravan. We would be more than happy if you would deliver a caravan to Vallaki if you're heading that way. And I can accompany you to make sure the caravan gets back safely, of course.
I mean, if we're headed to Vallaki anyway, I don't see why not.
And then we could take that river down all the way to where we need to go to meet that person.
Rhaegar, looking at the map, if you follow the Luna River down from the bridge from Vallaki, that looks like a destroyed castle. That is Argynvostholt, and further south of that is the city of Berez, where they told you that there once was a city down there, but the people down there angered Strahd, and he just wiped the whole city off the map.
And the castle is where the dragon was at, right?
That is the castle Argynvostholt, yes.
Okay.
And if you look up to the north, Lake Baratok, that is where the Mad Mage is.
And then to the left, by the Baratok Pool, is where the tower is that we need to go to.
Yes.
No
Oh,
one
boy.
plans to get sick or hurt.
That is a
And let's
lot.
face it, health insurance is
Yeah, I
expensive.
say,
That's why it's important to have
I
the
don't
best
know.
health
I
insurance
say
Whatever
we
y'all
first
wanna
go
do.
back to Vallaki. We can also get paid by our friends here for helping them out to get their caravan back to Vallaki. We
Yeah.
got lots of stuff we can do in town as well as the festival that's going on too.
And we need to get your money for that suit of armor.
500 gold for selling the suit of armor. Get my two-handed maul back from the priest, Father Lucian.
Yeah,
Uh,
Lucian.
We can re-up on supplies, like I'm short one javelin, stuff like that. Anything else we need to do in town we can take care of?
That's good to me. Sounds good to me. And then we can head either north or south, whatever y'all want to do.
Well, we should
I
probably.
kind of want to visit since it's way out of the way on like the bottom right-hand corner of the map. I kind of want to visit the Sayer Pool and speak to Madame Ava before we do anything else outside of Vallaki. Like after we get back to Vallaki.
Yes, I think we should do that, and then after we go to the Sayer Pool, we need to be back here for the festival, and then we can go north.
If you would like,
I'm trying to go to the Sayer Pool and get back to Vallaki.
if you would like, time willing, if you drop me off in Vallaki, you could just take the caravan and you'll get down there by midday. And just make sure you're back for the festival. Because after the festival, I need to come home.
That sounds good to me. I mean, if we can get there with the caravan faster, sounds great. I mean, that solves all of our problems.
Unfortunately, walking, we might be at a bit of a slower pace than the caravan normally is on its own, because I can only seat like 3 of you with all the wine. So maybe somebody up with me, 2 people in the back, and then. But on your way to the seer pools, you will be able to all ride in the caravan.
I'm okay. Like I said, we would probably be able to get down there and back in plenty of time.
Yeah, let's get going. Let's go. And our buddy here, Smoke, he can actually run faster than any of us. So it could be me, friend Regar, and Jace in the caravan while he's trailing and running next to us. If he'll go as fast as the caravan.
Perfect.
Now-
I already loaded up all the supplies this morning, so whenever you're ready to leave, just meet me in the loading room. And then he gets up from the table and grabs an extra couple biscuits for the road, and a couple extra rolls, and heads out the door.
Yeah, because now I can pretty much teleport 60 feet, guys.
So the women at the table, they finish up their little conversations and they stand up, and like they weren't really engaging with you guys since y'all had we're talking business. They stand up and they walk out. Davian gives a kind of a look and a nod at one of the women's, and they shut all the doors in the room to kind of leave y'all to y'all's business. And so it's just Davian and you left in the room, and he gets kind of a grim look on his face, and he says, I hate to bring this up once more, but we do still might have another job for you. The green gem that was recovered is a magical artifact that has belonged in the Mardikot family for a long time. We had 3. You recovered 1. And now we only have 1. It was not included because I did not know it was gone. I do appreciate the return of it. And I know where the second one is.
Oh boy.
There is a witch that plagues our lands to the southeast of us. There's a kind of a ruined swampland, and if you're willing, whenever you get the opportunity, I know that she has the second gem. So
Are you talking about the witches at the at that windmill?
I don't know anything about a windmill, and I mean, is the windmill in the swampland?
Is that
Okay,
swamp
sounds
land?
like a different witch. Sounds like different witches.
This is a witch that's very, very old. Plagued the land for hundreds of years.
Okay.
And she might have been behind the druid attacks.
Hmm. Well, are we on the caravan? Are we already going? Out of context? Out of
Yeah, I think
play?
we should save this other thing for later, personally.
The general area that he points to is around Berez for Regar.
Oh, Perez.
Yeah, around Berez.
Oh, the map pulled up. Where?
Berez is right south of Argynvostolt.
Okay, so that might be something we. Where are we at right now? Are we to the right, to the east? Of...
You're on the far west side of the map, where it looks like there's a big mansion kind of house, and there's like these green
Okay.
fields. That's where you are. That's the Wizards of Winery.
Yep.
Adrian believes that by midday, if you take the caravan, go to Valaki, help him unload, and then take the caravan to the seer pool, you'll be at the seer pool by midday. And then, depending on how long you stay at the seer pool, you'll be able to make it back either right after nightfall or right before, depending on how long you're there. Or you might just wait until the next dawn and then head back early in the morning.
Could we spend some time at the the festival's all day, isn't it?
Yeah.
And
So
it's-
it's basically tomorrow.
Okay, so could we spend time at the festival and then plan on getting to the Sayer Pool late and stay the night at the Sayer Pool, like at that camp?
You can
If
do
we-
it. Yeah, I
next
mean,
day.
yeah, but like you can get to the Seer Pool today. The festival isn't till tomorrow.
Okay, sorry. I thought that the thing we did yesterday, that was the day before the event. The
No, this
festival.
is-
So today was the festival. Okay, I got
This is day 6. When you
All
got
right,
to
let's do-
Vallaki, there was 7 days till the festival. This is day 6. You just woke up at the morning of day 6.
Let's get
So
going.
It's Thursday.
Cool.
Yeah, let's
just,
head back to Vallaki.
Head back to Balaki.
All right, so I've already rolled the rolls for random encounters. And there's surprisingly nothing. Y'all get pretty lucky on these random encounters, except for last night. Y'all were pretty unlucky on that one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because all that combat and then just to be met with a crappy nighttime random roll. Yeah, but it is what it is. So you make your way to Vallaki, and it doesn't take long on the carriage, and it's pretty brisk pace for anyone who's walking on the ground, trying to keep up with the caravan. Because Adrian isn't trying to leave you guys behind, but he knows that y'all are on a time crunch. So he's trying to keep the caravan at a pace where y'all can do like a brisk like power walk and get there.
I thought
decent time.
Smoke was just going to be the one standing outside, and he was going to be one having to catch up to the.
So
caravan.
there is. So of course, Ismark, like without even asking you guys, he loads up Irina on the caravan.
Okay.
Only
I forget
3 of you
about
can get on
Ismark
the
now.
caravan. Yeah.
Well,
So
I actually
Irina
have
gets up there.
good speed as well, so I can probably run and keep a good pace as well.
Yeah. Does Jace hop up on there too?
Yeah. Yeah, I hop up on there.
Like without just letting everyone know, like, oh, I'm taking one of these seats. You just jump up there.
I don't bother to get on because I can run it.
Okay.
No, I'm definitely getting on. I'm not running.
All right.
I have movement for it.
Is
Yes,
is
so,
Eric-
I'm just like in the shadows. I'm just ping, 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 because I can move literally like
so
I
it's
can just
it's
tell-
daytime in the middle of this road.
it doesn't
so-
matter. Even if the trees cast a shadow, I can still bounce between shadows. Anything that casts a shadow, even in daylight, a tree casts a shadow.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you can do that if you want to, just to keep pace. But yeah, if Arrow doesn't get on the caravan, Ismark will. Ivan shows no sign of wanting. Like he starts walking before the caravan even takes off.
I offer Ismark, and if he doesn't go, I'll go.
If you offer it to Ismark, he's getting on the caravan, so he
Oh, well, I'm
hops
just-
up there.
Oh, okay. Wait, how many seats? It was 3, right? It was
3.
2 in the back and then 1 in the front. Okay.
Yeah, Jace, Irina, and so the only one that's available is up with Adrian. So it's Adrian. It's Adrian in the front, and he has like a shotgun. And then in the back with all the casks of wine, Irina and Jace are back there.
Okay.
Unless Jace, you wanted to move up with Adrian.
Oh shit! I could have. Damn it! I
Do
should
you
have. Damn
do
it!
you want to move up
No.
there?
Me?
You
No,
You can
I'm
sit up there with
saying that.
Adrian.
Me?
Yeah. If you want
I'll
to get up there, you can.
I can sit up. I'll sit up with Adrian.
Okay.
No, I was thinking because I could have done Lehman's tiny hut while we were at that little area, and we would have been safe for the rest of the night. Fuck! Forgot that.
It's all right.
It's all good.
Nick,
oh,
did
I didn't
you-
have any spell slots. Never mind. I
did
could
you
have done
read- Did everybody
Yes,
go and check their DMs?
I read. I will talk to Jace about it, and I was like, that voice. It sounded so familiar. That's right. I was like, Jace. It was Adrian.
Adrian.
Martikov. Yeah. That's who. That's the. That was the voice of the Wyvern. Was it? Where
Raven.
Raven? Yeah, Where Raven.
Smoke, you should be able to grab your character by now. I released it.
I didn't need you to release it. I still had to boot up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry for interrupting you guys.
No, it keeps kicking me for some reason.
But that's what I talked to Jace about. I don't know if Rhaegar can hear me.
I can hear you.
I'm agree with that. Anybody that's around me can hear me, and I'm just talking directly to Jace.
Wait, I had the map that you sent in Discord. I don't have a map on Fantasy Grounds. If you're saying
we didn't. He didn't
No,
give
I
a map on Fantasy Grounds.
Oh,
Yeah, I
okay.
didn't give a map
Okay.
on Fantasy Grounds. All right. So, do you say anything to Adrian about this? Because he doesn't bring it up. Because he can also hear you. He's standing right there.
Yeah, I asked
But he
Adrian
doesn't
what
bring
he
it
thinks about it. Because I asked Adrian. I'm like, Adrian's in the cart with us.
Yes. He's driving the cart.
Hey, Adrian. It's real suspicious about how the Were-Ravens sound almost exactly like you.
I mean, he's probably from Barovia.
Yeah.
It is strange. My father did tell me that when y'all arrived, y'all said something about being helped up by a were-raven. We do appreciate it. Whoever this were-raven is.
Yeah. And it's
Davian said that the boy was upstairs with his father, or with his mother, which was them.
Yes.
He kind of already caught him out. So.
The boy was with his father last night.
Give it to us true.
That is the truth.
Mm-hmm. Understood.
Or are you saying that you are the Were Raven?
I did not say such things. That would be preposterous for me to say something like that out loud.
Out loud.
Yes.
If you were the
Out
Were-Raven,
loud.
you probably wouldn't say that you were the Were-Raven, would you?
No, I would not. If I was such a thing, I would not say that openly.
Mm-hmm.
That's all the information we need. I don't think we need to press him any further for the safety of him and his own.
I do appreciate it. I too like to respect people's privacies.
Yeah, sorry if we pushed any farther than what we...
No,
Needed
you're
to.
good. You're good. You had a mysterious stranger show up and have to help you out. And it's okay to be curious. This is Barovia. You should question everything here.
Yes, I do agree. Back to the trip.
Yes.
Let's play the ABC game. Look, I found an A on that
So, anyways,
side.
y'all arrive at the gates of Vallaki, where you are met with 2 city guards that you have not seen before, because y'all can constantly go in and out of the other gate on the other side of the city. And upon arriving at the gates, you see one lean over and say something to the second, and the second takes off running. And then the first guard, he doesn't stop the caravan or anything. He just motions for y'all to come through.
Oh shit! Is this about the Tabaxi not
didn't do
being
it.
welcome into the city?
They didn't say I wasn't welcome.
You were playing things. I'm gonna do a
And he was released. He did his time.
He was. I'm gonna
How was
do a
gonna
insight
do
check
that?
on that. Can I do an insight check on that?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Oh, that's a 13.
I mean, it is kind of suspicious, but
I can't get anything else. That was about to be a 17
yeah,
too.
maybe they just want to have the city guard on alert when y'all are in, because y'all are pretty suspicious in general. It doesn't take long to get to the inn, and the Blue Water Inn, where y'all are met with Erwin Martikov and his wife, and they immediately just start unloading, and Erwin gives all of you big hugs, even Rhaegar gives all of you these big tight hugs, and as much as Jace tries to shut her away, he basically tries to break your back with a hug, and same for you, Arrow. But and he tells all of you, he's like, I'm so happy, friends, that you are able to help my family and get the winery back up and running.
Uh-huh.
This will be great. I will save an entire cask just for you.
Dibs.
I mean, next time you hug me, a little bit less backbreaking.
I'm sorry.
Not
Just,
me. I hug back. Big old bear hug.
No. If you try and hug too hard, it's going to turn into a competition. Like he takes it personal.
I
No,
I don't like long hugs. It's a brief hug back.
Yeah. But yeah, he gets right into it with Adrian. He keeps the conversation brief, and you kind of hear Adrian over talking that he's going to stay the night and kind of help out while y'all take the caravan to the Seer Pools. And so you kind of overhear Adrian explaining what's going on to Erwin, and he's like, "Oh, okay, like I will have a feast ready for them when they get back."
All right, and we're off.
Yeah,
All right,
we're
bye,
booking
guys. Yeah, we're going.
Thanks for the card. Bye. And we're booking it.
Peace out, sucker.
So, real quick, I'm gonna make a roll real quick.
Yeah, encounters.
So, as you arrive at the gate to the east side, as you're trying to leave, you see that there are multiple guards by the gate, and a very familiar, short, stout, and a little oversized man dressed in some regal regalia and just overall, he's fucking fat. Okay,
Is it the mayor?
the Burgermeister master.
Oh,
So,
okay.
and he speaks up to the group of you, and he goes, "Well, if it isn't the merry band of adventurers, I'm Vargas Valakovich. I would like to speak to the one named Arrow."
Speaking to him, how may I help you?
I have a matter of arcane concern.
Uh-huh. What would this matter be?
A word in private, please.
I think not.
He kind of just
Nah.
like squints over at Plume, and then he gives a slight cough, and all the guards kind of separate about 20 feet away from you. Well, if you insist on speaking to me in public, whenever you have an opportunity, either tonight or in the morning, swing by my manor. It will pay well. I've been told that you are proficient in educating, and I have a son that needs some education. I believe someone of your caliber might be able to help, regardless of your race.
Ooh. Oh, I had to bring the race into it.
Well, I will be more than happy to teach your son. I just hope I'll be able to because of my race.
Yes, that's what I'm hoping on.
Yeah.
Now, I
Whatever.
will say, I see that you are leaving, and I will not hinder you from ever leaving my city. But
Mhm.
on your return, you will be escorted directly to my manor.
We've got a deal.
He steps off to the side and starts to walk back up the road. And you see that most of the guards, except for 2, leave with him. And 2 stay by the gate, and they open up the gates for you and let you pass.
I'm sorry, Arrow, if I stepped foot, but you are too gracious of a friend for. I didn't want anything bad happening to you without us being there.
I understand, and I wasn't going to. Trust me, I have ways of getting out of sticky situations if I have to, but I understand where your worry is, and I wouldn't stray far from the group if I had to go. If they did give me no choice, I would have went, and trust me, since I had a long rest, I could have got out of there easily.
Oh,
You know, a
trust me.
good night's sleep?
Yeah.
Trust me.
Well,
You wouldn't have been alone anyways. Remember, I'm the sneaky one of the bunch.
yeah, well.
So, as your caravan is heading towards the Seer Pools, off into the distance you see a rider on a black mane flying up the road towards you, dressed in a black cloak. Looks almost like a blur. as he just gallops towards you. It doesn't look like he's trying to move out of your way at all.
Move the
Yeah.
cart.
And as he gallops closer, you see that in his left hand, he has the stirrups, and his right hand is holding a green glowing lantern.
Yeah, move out. We move out of the way. We move out of the way.
And he just flies past you.
No.
No, I got
Don't try to
trampled
stop
last
him,
time.
remember? You got
Who
trampled.
is actually driving the cart?
The one with animal handling?
What would that
Yeah.
be? That would be
Rhaegar.
Plume, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So totally Plume.
Well,
No, that
Plume
would
would
be-
have the most experience with circus animals and stuff.
Yeah, that is true.
I don't think does Rhaegar even have animal handling?
Let me double check.
I
do
don't
not,
think you
no.
do.
Never
Yeah.
mind.
I would.
Yeah.
So I would be the one driving.
Okay.
Yeah. With his
So-
experience, he moves out of the way.
I was not really expecting y'all to go to the seer pool tonight, but I have already done work for the seer pool. I just have to pull it from my notes.
Alright.
Take your time. We can take a quick 2-minute break, 3-minute
Nope,
break.
I already got it pulled up.
Okay, cool. Then there we go.
So, and I gotta pull up the notes for the actual seer pool. Yeah.
Hey, real quick, Brandon, if you want some, Gav Kit, and go grab you a plate of the dessert that's in the kitchen.
Okay.
It's like strawberry, or not strawberry, cherry, like a cherry dish. Sweet cherry dish. Oh, jeez. You'll like it. I think you'll like it.
Okay. I will go get some. I'm currently covered in stickers at the current moment.
Gotcha. Oh, are you in the thing next to me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Don't come in here.
Okay. Yeah, I get thing for free. I get hit one of the cups he has for free.
Only because it's a Christmas gift. Don't be
Yeah,
rubbing
well.
it in people's faces like you got like I'm giving you for freaking free. And you get all the ones you want for free, jackass.
Pretty sure if I buy the stickers, I could.
You buy the
I don't pay
stickers,
for your
cups, and
time.
box. Oh,
Yeah.
you gonna
I
start
don't pay
paying
for
for
your
my time?
All right. So,
Anyway.
as you head down the road gradually disappears and is replaced by a twisted, muddy path through the trees. Deep ruts in the earth are evidence of a coming and going of wagons. A canopy of mist and branches suddenly gives way to black clouds boiling over. There, in the clearing ahead, next to the river that widens to form a small lake hundreds of feet across, 5 colorful round tents, each tent several feet in diameter, are pitched outside a ring in a 4-barreled topped wagons. Much larger tent stands near the shore of the lake, its sagging form lit from within. Near this tent, 8 unbridled horses drink from the water. Mournful strains of accordions clash with singing and several brightly clad figures standing around a bonfire dancing. A footpath continues beyond this encampment, between the river and the forest's edge. As you approach, off in the distance, you park your wagon and your caravan where you see other caravans. And before you can even start to dismount your caravan, several of the Vistani in brightly colored robes shout and cry for you. Come on, my friends, let us party. Come join the festivities. And you see like several of them run up with flagons of wine and ale and all types of different spirits, and some of them are shoving plates of food into your hands and dragging.
Sorry.
You see
Keep
Ismark and Irina immediately dragged off into the dancing circle that is going around bonfire in the middle of the campsite.
Hey, real quick, would I be able to ritual cast detect magic on the wagon ride here?
Yeah, you can do
Alright,
that.
that's what I wanted to do. Is ritual cast detect magic
So-
on the way here.
As you get closer to the campsite, inside your field of view, the one tent that stands apart from all the others, you get a ominous feeling from it. You can't tell what school of magic is coming from it, as there are several. And looking at it, it doesn't have like a bright colored aura telling you what type of school it is. It is like a menagerie of purples and reds and blues, all just like licking the air like flames coming off of the tent. And as you look at it, you can see from a distance it looked like there was like a light coming from the doorway, and as you get closer, you just see pitch blackness in the doorway. But you are pulled to the entertainment part of the campsite.
Yeah, I drag away from that, and I tell the rest of the group. I point at the tent that we need to go to, or that we need to check out first. Whether they listen to me, or whether or not they see me pointing, and they get dragged into the festivities is up to them. But I'm trying to get out of it.
Is everybody else going to try and follow Arrow's lead?
Yes.
Rhaegar?
Okay, do I see them going off so that I can follow them later after partying and drinking wine for a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna join in the festivities for a little while.
Okay.
I want to eat in some more food. It was a long trip.
Yeah, whatever. I'm gonna do dancing lights around the people that are dancing. I'm gonna just dancing lights. Or wait, I can't do that.
They love it.
Okay, yeah.
They love it. All the different
Yeah.
colors and stuff. They're all amazed and enthralled, and the music's like, you thought the music was loud. Now you can barely even stand it. They're playing as hard as they can.
Describe this
I'm
music
going-
for me. Is this like fiddles, lutes?
It sounds like.
So I shout out and I'm like, you thought those lights were dazzling, as I attempt to dance and it ends up sort of looking like an exaggerated crab walk.
They love it. They love every second of it.
Cool.
You actually start
coming to
seeing
the pit?
some kids trying to recreate your dance, and in all honesty, like, I need you to roll me a performance check.
Okay.
Hey, Jace, are you coming with us to the tit?
I am, and my performance check is a 17.
Oh yeah, these kids don't have near as much like rhythm and flow as you. These kids.
I mean,
suck.
like, I'm bulking up my shoulders, leaning over. I look like a mixture of like a crab and a gorilla.
Like
in
flaring,
my
trying to
stance.
flare your lats out so you look a little wider.
As I like rock my elbows back and forth,
Yeah.
leaning over, doing a little kick to the side with my
You
feet.
end up creating a conga line with your dance, and even though Arrow and the rest of the group try to pull you away, the Congo line of your dance moves has continued, and now half of the encampment is doing your dance.
I call it the Goro crab.
You start hearing them chant like, ha, ha, Goro, crab, ha, ha, Goro.
I am not doing his dance. I am doing the person who doesn't dance but has like a beer in one hand and just kind of like sways side to side like the white guy non-dance at a club. That's what I'm doing.
As I rock my arms back and forth, I alternate between. Is there cheese there? I would have cheese
Yeah.
if there's cheese.
I
I alternate as I rock my
So,
fists back and forth, taking a bite of cheese
something-
and then a sip of wine.
Something that you notice, being a man of culture in the world, there is food here that you have not seen since you've been in Barovia. There is food from, like, there is
From
different
Toril?
types of. Yeah, there is food from your world here, like different types of cheeses. Like they don't just have just your basic, like whatever milk cheese.
So I take
that
a
you've
bite
been
of the
eating
cheese.
on.
What is it?
Gouda.
Oh, okay. I look around for a fine brie.
It's there.
I am eating bread with brie and jam and very happy.
Yeah, they have strawberry jams and all types of different foods. Like it is like they have a little bit of everything.
So, real talk, real quick. That's actually one of my favorite snacks in real life. Just a piece of toast with some brie and jam spread on it.
So
Amazing.
going back to Arrow and Plume with Irina, Ismark, and Jace, when you get to the front of the tent, you see two like large Vistani. They're only wearing like loincloth kilt kind of things and leggings, and they're holding these massive battle axes. They look to be about as big as Rhaegar, and they cross their axes and they say, one of them speaks up to Arrow and Plume, and they say, "Only those chosen may enter when all have arrived. She is waiting patiently."
Well, I suppose we should go. It would be rude of us to keep her waiting.
So, who all is trying to enter the tent?
I mean, I'm gonna.
Because they're not gonna let anyone enter unless you are all there.
Yeah, I'll go in.
Okay. Gavin, can you change the music to something a little darker? And
This isn't dark?
serious. No.
Actually, I can't hear anything. I didn't think any music got put on.
So this is called somber fantasy music. All right, let's see. Oh, I know. I know.
I just had it turned down too low. That's why.
All right, hold on. There we go. This one should work. Give it a
Hey,
sec.
can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This is not the. I'm sure music will kick up. No, right now it's just the sound of creaking wood.
I'm back, guys. Sorry, I had to use the restroom.
I can't hear if you're playing anything.
Yeah, I'm finding something better. There's a specific track I'm looking for that's like Dark Forest or something like that, but it's not finding the right one.
Here, try this one. This is what a lot of people use for this Madame Ava's thing. There's an actual ambience for her tent.
Okay.
Because we're going to use ambience. Little less jazzy music.
Alright, let's get this going.
Yeah, man, the DM wants ambiance, not freaking jazz.
Alright, it's on it. There we go.
Oh, can y'all hear the music?
Can I hear the music?
I might have to
All
turn
right.
it up a little bit, but I hear it.
So, as the two guards let everyone except for Irina and Ismark through the door, blocking their path, and they tell you, you are chosen. And then they cross the axes in front of Ismark and Irina. As you start, the light fades as you get closer to the inside of the tent. As you start to glow closer and enter into the actual threshold, you hear a voice shout out and call from you from the inside. And it says, "Well, now there is. It's been about time. I've been expecting you. Would you finally like to begin on having your fortunes told? or would you like to stand around gawking? And as you enter the tent, you see a table draped with a red cloth and a purple crystal ball, slightly floating off its pedestal about an inch, slowly rotating. Across the table sits a deck of cards. Around the table sits 4 chairs. At the head of the table sits Madame Ava, an older-looking Vistana with long white hair and cloudy eyes. She grins at all of you, and one at a time, as you enter, she calls to you. Jes Salazar Vera Victaria. Child born of legends, first born, now only born. Please, take your seat, child.
Oh, right. My mother's Layla Velectaria.
Arrow! Professor and seeker of knowledge, one not so well with experiments. Already survived the real demon. Might care to handle one here? I hope. Take your seat, please.
I take a seat right in front of, the seat right across from her.
It's kind of a round table. So
Oh,
imagine like 4 seats are kind of smushed together and she's at the head.
Gotcha.
And she looks over to Smoke and motions towards the table. Plumes of smoke. Unknown where or how you came to be. In the circus life was provided and reasons of life gained. Longing for home, hopefully with fuller pockets, which you will find among these lands. Take your seat, please.
Curious, because I've seen this before.
She turns and she shouts out, like interrupting you. And finally, Origar, Spinebreaker, Thunen Kalthial. It's a pleasure to meet a champion of Menzo Barenzine's arena. I am sorry to hear about your last, but fortunate that you are here. The honor is here. The honor is mine. Future to the Dragon Slayer, I hear.
My character is spooked and creeped out to the max. My eyes are real big. I very, very slowly sit down, and I'm extremely uneasy. Not saying a word, but that's just painting a picture.
She motions one of her hands over the deck of cards, and she says, "This will tell me everything your future holds. Would you like to begin?"
Yes.
What's
Still
the
skeptical.
odds?
Yeah.
Sure.
Now,
Is it just a tarot deck?
I am about to perform a ceremony. None may interrupt.
Real
What
quick,
else?
before you start, that's just a standard tarot deck, correct?
It is. It is called the Toroka deck.
Okay, just making sure.
The fucking Taroko deck. Oh god.
So, if you find the inability to speak, it is because the ritual forbids it. Do not be frightened, children. You are safe within Madame Eva's tent. And she starts to draw from the deck, one after another, carefully, and places the cards, 3 across, 1 up and down from the middle. And she holds her hand over one card, and she says, and as she holds her hand over and begins to speak, all the candle lights within the tent extinguish themselves, and the glowing orb in the middle of the table starts to shine a bright purple color. And she reads out loud, or she says out loud, "This card will tell you where you must go to seek the knowledge of your enemy and learn more of what and who he is. Possibly, and why." As he flips the card, she flips the card, you see a wizard pointing up at a starlight, or a skylight full of stars. And she begins to speak again, and she says, "Long ago, a wizard built the tower so he may reach out and touch the stars. At its peak, you will find what is stolen and knowledge that is lost from time. But be wary. This place is haunted by old and surrounded by water on all three sides. She moves her hand across to the far right card, and she says, this card will show you the way to a long-forgotten relic of the past, only to resurface when it is truly needed. And she flips the card, and you see a priest holding up an amulet in front of an altar, and a large tome in his other hand. And she says, I see a once sacred place, guarded by those righteous heroes of old, standing proud with their heads held high, now in ruin. Well, this is interesting now, isn't it? It would seem that the great treasure of the past is already in your possessions. Oh, what the hands of fate have already granted. She moves her hand up to the top part of the cards, and she says, this card speaks of a weapon of great power.
When she said that last thing, by the way, I withdraw the Amulet of Ravenkind from my cloak. I don't say anything, I don't try to say anything. I just make it so it's now visible.
Okay. She doesn't react. She says, this card speaks of a weapon of great power. And she flips it over. And you see a singular sword on the card with a bright sun behind it. And she speaks, a once honorable man sits upon a throne in the midst of a dragon's lair. Now the corrupted hearts use all of his power to guard the mighty weapon, so none may use it to release the devil from his eternal prison, thus self-appointing themselves as wardens of these lands. She moves down to the very bottom of the cross of cards, and she says, this one shows us the fate intertwined with that of your own. And she flips the card over. And you see, it looks to be an old man, crippled and hugging onto a large cane. And she says, he has lost more than anyone should ever have to bear. Alone, angry, tortured, for so long his body, soul, and mind broken. You must clear the fog of agony, and only then you will find an ally. And she finally moves her hand up to the very center of the cross. And she says, this card here tells of the location where the final battle, the great battle of Barovia, will be held. And she flips the card over, showing a large beast. And she says, I see a throne turned backwards, sitting upon the dais, and a grand hall awaits an audience for the final battle to be had. And as she finishes, all the lights flicker on, and the room becomes lit once more by candlelight. And she leans back in her chair. Well, there is your fortunes.
I see.
What fuck,
What?
then?
What will you do with the knowledge you have just gained?
Know that we're fucked.
This
That's
is
not
most language.
necessarily true. So you're saying the crazy mage can be an ally?
I
We'll
do
have to
not
do something
know.
with
I only know what the card says.
Yes, yes.
I do not know of any crazy mages.
Mm-hmm. Yes, well, I do know of one, and I believe he sits up on a tower covered by water by three sides, and he has to have a staff of some sort, and he must be
She
old.
just raises her eyebrow. Is that so?
Mm-hmm. I
So
do not know about this.
I have a question.
Yes.
You said a sword, but does it not say where we can find this said sword?
Well, of course, it says where you can find it.
A dragon's lair.
Well, yes. It is being
Okay.
guarded.
Okay, but is it a actual dragon or is that a metaphor?
She just shrugs. I just
Wait,
tell what the cards say.
what about the man with the dragon arm?
I have
His
no idea what you're speaking about, child.
and besides that all, you said that I am wanting to go home with more in my pocket than I will. What does that mean?
She just smiles. And you see, like, her large, toothy grin is like, her teeth suck. Like, some of them are blackened. She's missing a couple of them. They're dark yellow. She just gives you the biggest, whitest grin. And
Hey,
she
Tony.
pulls out a gold
I'm sorry.
coin from her pocket and flicks it over to you.
I grabbed the gold coin, inspecting it.
It is not a Barovian coin. And she says to you, your pockets are now fuller than they were when you came in, no?
They are, but this is not from Barovia.
No, it is not. If you would like, I can tell personal fortunes too, but it will cost you.
I would like a personal fortune. How much would it cost me?
A single strand of your fate.
Done.
That's a little cryptic. Would you care to explain what that entails?
As I pull a hair from the back of my neck.
And she doesn't reach across the table, but she just holds out her hand.
And I set it in her hand.
And you see she holds it over the orb and drops the hair, and it looks like the hair falls into the orb like it's a puddle of water. And you start to see the orbs it looks like there's a gas in the crystal ball, and it starts to swirl around. And as she's staring at the crystal ball, she says, "Would you like privacy?"
I would.
Do the rest of you all stand up? And she motions for the rest of you to leave.
Yes.
I'll leave.
Okay. So, Plume, she stares at the orb, and you see visions. You see the woman of the circus, the head of the circus, wielding her sword, and she is arguing with Rictavio. And he storms off, and then he goes to meet another lady that kind of looks like Madame Ava, like another fortune teller, and he enters her tent, and he also gets into an argument with her. And then he storms off again. And then you see something that's a little different. You see him talking to two females, both dressed in leather armor and crossbows. And you recognize them. They're pretty famous. They are called the Weathermay Foxgrove twins. And they are very famous, like, bounty hunters and are monster hunters. And he gets into like a confrontation with them, and it looks very heated as he storms off away from that conversation as well. And she says, "You would find personal gain from this one. He might have what it is that you are looking for. he might even have redemption for you. I would seek him out, but he is quick to confrontation. So I would be cautious, for this is a very dangerous man, if that is what you can still call him. And the vision fades.
Thank you. As I
And-
step outside the tent.
I need you to erase your point of inspiration from your character sheet.
Okay. I will here in a second.
Who else wants to go in?
Jace, did you want to go in? You can go first. I don't care. I
No,
don't think you have
you
inspiration,
go.
do you?
You go first. Actually, I do.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'll go
yeah.
in.
Oh no, you. All right, I'll go after you. I do want to go.
Oh,
But
it
I'll
doesn't,
go after you.
it doesn't matter.
No,
Okay.
after you. After you. You go first. I want to see what happens to you before I decide.
Wow.
Pretty
Metagaming.
That's pretty fun. Like, I'm the one that's like, fuck you, I got this.
All right, so Arrow, you go back into the tent.
Yep.
She holds out her hand. What do you give to her?
Hmm. I don't know what to.
Dickens, I gave her my hair. Come on now.
Yeah.
You could just give her a piece of hair too.
Yeah, I'll just give her a piece of hair.
Okay. She drops it in her crystal ball. You see the same effect. It like gives out ripples as if it was something large dropped into a bowl of water. And the smoke inside of the gas inside starts to swirl around. And she says to you, she's like, you see a vision of yourself working in your laboratory with your assistant right before a dreadful experimentation gone wrong. And she says to you, she says, this is a familiar scene to yourself, no?
Yes, it is.
And then the scene kind of goes static for a second, and it looks like a time jump for right after the battle, and you're barely crawling away, and you see the demon that you fought defeated. And then as you leave, you see a small, like, red fiery portal open up underneath the demon as he slowly gets back up and falls through the portal. And she says, you will find your demon and your revenge here. But something blocks our vision, something unexpected. As you see, the vision soars through the sky and it gets to a large mountain. And it goes into like this doorway where there's these two giant gargoyles guarding a long stone bridge. And then as it approaches closer to a door, it is blocked by a giant amber stone. And she says, I do apologize, but we can go no further with this vision. But this is the location you will find revenge and satisfaction. And then she motions for you to leave.
Do so.
All right. Yeah, I think I'm gonna hop in there.
I'll mark off a point of inspiration.
All right.
So yeah, I'm going in.
Okay. She just
Alright.
holds out her hand.
I pluck off one long silver strand of hair and drop it in her hand.
You see the same vision as the same thing that happened with Smoke, where the hair falls like a stone in water. And for you, you are almost immediately put back in shock as the face of a werewolf jumps out at you from the crystal ball, still like locked in to the ball. And then the scene pans out to where this werewolf is just ripping apart your friends, possibly family members, and then eventually it gets to you running inside your house and your brother outside screaming. And the vision just pans to you, and then it pans outside, and it follows the werewolf as he is slowly turning from your village with eating a heart in his hand as he steps into a wood line of very dense fog. And she says to you, "You seek more than petty revenge, but you seek to gain strength as well. These things you will find here. Your greatest foe awaits for you in the woods of
What-
Barovia."
What woods? Where?
She shrugs.
I must grow my divine power to the point where I can cast a resurrection spell.
She motions for you to get out of her tent. You can mark off a point of inspiration.
I tell her, "Thank you so much for your time," as I turn around and leave.
Rhaegar, do you go back in?
I don't have a point of inspiration.
Yeah, you do.
I do?
You all had a point of inspiration coming in here.
Oh.
That's what the gold star by your character sheet means.
Gold star.
Yeah, there's a gold star in the top left corner.
See what's flashing on mine?
Gotcha. Nope, I'm not gonna go in.
You gonna keep it?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So, dang, you sure you don't want to go in?
It means he wrote something that he doesn't want to have wasted his time writing.
Oh, damn.
Nah, man, you don't have to go in if you don't want to.
Yeah, it does. He really wants to go in because he wrote something very meaningful for you, and now you're just gonna tell him to go fuck himself.
Nah, I
I'll
don't think
go
of it
in.
that way. Nah, I don't think of it that way. You don't have any hair to give, so what do you give? She just holds out her hand.
I'm going to use my rat bone dagger and jab myself across the hand and drop a little bit of blood into it.
Oh.
That's...
She gives a super wide grin. And she actually stands up from the table and looks down at the crystal ball with you. And she says, "Now, you are an interesting one, champion. For I see many things, many paths lead for your fate. Which one will you choose? Will you continue your path of vengeance? Will you seek out those and that one that hurt your family?" And you see like a vision of a red dragon fly across the orb. Is it all just a show of strength as you see yourself fighting in the gladiatorial arenas? Or is it a symbol of belonging as you see yourself defending your allies? Your path is not here in Barovia, but it extends so much further. But it is one that you must walk alone. Either way you choose, you must confront it. But what you are seeking, this place has turned and corrupted. You must get stronger to finish what your father started. And she sits back down at the table and motions for you to get the fuck out of her tent.
All right, I walk out.
He would like to rage. I said you would like to rage.
One last thing.
I actually
As
do
you
like
were
a bow, not the best I can do because I'm not very formal. But I do a bow, say thank you, and then leave.
As you go to bow at the table, you get one final glance at the crystal orb or the crystal ball, and you see the red dragon, and you see a large patch of scales on its face flake off to see, like, even the muscle has started to rot under its skin, and you see it soaring over a forest of dense fog, and then the vision fades.
Soaring over a forest of dense fog?
Yep,
As in, like, possibly Barovia?
probably. If you want to come to that conclusion.
Kind of.
But yeah, so you all reemerge outside the tent, and then the two guards look at the group, and then they motion for Ismark and Irina to go in. And they enter in behind all of you. Can you please erase your point of inspiration?
Yes. Click. Gone.
So anytime you get inspiration, you can come back here to get a little bit more information about the lands of Barovia. Somewhat. So what do y'all do while Ismark and Irina are in the tent?
I must
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I must find Rectavio. And I'm going to need y'all. I'm going to need y'all help. No, he'll be at the festival, but I'm gonna need y'all's help.
What are you going to do to Rectavio?
We're going to trap him.
Why
He
are we
had
going to trap him?
because he's a liar.
Well, yeah, but I mean...
He has my ticket.
Oh.
I'm going to need some help. And I will beat it out of him if I have to.
What makes you think he has this ticket?
The vision I saw. And listen, being one from the circus, I've seen all the tricks, I've seen all the things. People pay money to see visions, and people give fake visions. But when you give part of your essence to a seer, that is completely different. Money is one thing. Anybody can say anything for money. But a true seer, if she's willing to take part of who you are, that is a vision that I believe in. Rectavio knows things and knows information that he is not quite saying. So I need that information. Whether I have to beat it out of him, or he's willing to give it to me for free. Either one will work for me. But knowing Rectavio, he is one of conflict and one of danger. So it's going to take the lot of us to pin him down and to get him to talk. Remember, he did say he was leaving soon, right after the festival. Now is the only chance I have.
To say the best time to probably do this is outside, where outside the thing where he does not have the town's guard to help him. And I do have a spell to keep him contained.
So you're willing to help?
So
Yeah,
after a little
sure.
bit of time, probably like 10-15 minutes, Irina and Ismark come out. Both of them just looking like they're in absolute shock, and they just walk straight to the caravan that y'all rode in on. And Irina kind of whispers under her breath, and she's like, "I'm ready to get out of here, please."
Well, let's go. We must get back in time for the festival.
Well, so Ivan was there too.
Oh.
And Ivan did go in a little bit on his own, and then he came back out. So just so you know, Ivan also went in for a little private tete-a-tete.
What did he do?
He went into the tent to get his fortune read as well.
Hmm. Can I ask him about what he found out?
Yeah.
Yeah. What'd you find out, buddy?
This land is cursed. It is my job to purify it with holy divine fire. And then he keeps walking.
Okay,
And
so
he
same plan as before.
duh. Looks like Fitz has a great mind with Ivan.
Oh, Ivan, I have a question.
What?
Are you in on helping me get Rictavio?
I don't care. And then he goes to the caravan.
All right, so he's in, guys. Let's go.
All right. So y'all didn't really spend a whole lot of time with the festivities, so I will say you can get back to Vallaki by nightfall, if that is what you also wish, or you can stay and participate in the things. But Ismark and Irina and Ivan do not want to stay here.
No, we're good. We can go.
Yeah,
Okay.
I agreed.
So, y'all do end up passing the windmill both times on the way south and on the way back. Back up, you see that the windmill looks like the blades they're not spinning. It still looks decrepit, but you do see smoke coming out of the chimneys, just billowing out of the chimney.
Keep going.
Yeah, unfortunately, someone made a deal with the devil, basically.
He made a deal to let her leave alive.
And that they would not come after us.
Correct.
So we are safe if we just keep going. As long as we don't go after them, they won't go after us.
Mm-hmm.
A deal's a deal. Until we absolutely have to. I'm not saying I won't break a deal, but that is the last resort.
So there was no part of the deal that said y'all couldn't go after them. It was just you let her live, and they won't come after you.
Really?
At one
Yep.
time, yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
You let her live, and they won't come after you.
Hmm.
And you'll let her get away. And she ended up giving you the bones.
That's how we got the bones.
So, you'll get back to the city of Vallaki, where the gates begrudgingly opens up the doors, and then the guards begrudgingly open up the gates, and one of the guards steps in front of the caravan, and he announces, Arrow, you're to accompany me to the Burgermeister's mansion?
We're all going.
But only Arrow is requested.
Smoke. Don't worry about me. I will catch up with y'all eventually. Y'all go. I know y'all are tired. Don't worry about me. I promise. I will be fine.
Wonderful. I have to go find Rictavio.
You go find Rictavio. You talk to him before you decide you're gonna, do what you're gonna do. And I will be escorted by this god here.
Yeah. So the rest of you head on back to the Blue Water Inn, where your rooms look fresh and cleaned. Erwin's there to meet and greet you, offers you your cask of wine now or later, whatever you decide. He puts it away. He puts it up in your room for you. It's already set up. Flagons and mugs are set up. Trays are already brought up. He already knew that y'all weren't back in town, so looks like he prepared for y'all to have y'all's own little private feast in your room. Arrow. Or did y'all want to say anything before I get into a thing with Arrow?
I think we can wait till after.
Yeah, I'm good to wait till after.
Okay. Arrow, you were escorted by this guard who doesn't really try to make conversation with you back to the Burgermeister's mansion, a place that you've been before while you were invisible. And he leads you up to the front door, knocks on the door, and you see, of all people, Isaac opens the door, and he grunts down at you. And then he motions for you to come inside and starts ascending the staircase. Everyone else in the house, as you enter, and that you see like servants and stuff, they just turn tail and walk away from you instantly. Like even if they were trying to walk down the hallway, they just turn back into the room that they were just in and shut the door.
Ugh, left alone like I like it.
So Isaac leads you up to the 3rd floor, and he points to a door off to at the end of the hallway, and he says to you, "The Burgermeister says that the young master spends all of his time in the attic. Go." And then he starts walking back down the stairs.
Alright. I go inside.
So
Attic.
you open the door, and there's a staircase that leads upstairs. Once you get to the top of the stairs, it looks almost like a makeshift like alchemical shop, and like a kind of like a classroom of your own. There you see tomes and books scattered across, and parchment scattered across several desks. You see some type of ritual circle on the ground. You see like the windows are covered, and there is like skeletons of a cat and several mice scattered across the desk in jars and bowls. But you see no one up here.
I kind of inspect the ritual circle on the ground, seeing
Okay.
what it might, what runes I see on it, what kind of
Yeah, give
magic
me a Arcana check.
Okay. Ooh, 23.
23. You instantly recognize the sequence of the runes and the geometric shapes of this circle. This is a makeshift teleportation circle, but it's wrong. The formula is off, completely off. This would kill someone, instantly vaporize them if they tried to use it. And as you're inspecting it, you hear a voice coming from everywhere, but nowhere at the same time. And it is the voice of like a child, and it says to you, "Yoda, quit playing around with my stuff."
So you need to quit playing around with magic. This teleportation circle could get someone killed.
Do you think I don't know that? Do you think I am just some amateur who plays around and toys with magic? I am the most powerful wizard of Barovia.
Is that right?
Yes, but I am also stuck.
You're stuck.
It would seem that I have gone to a different plane of existence, and I cannot leave this room. I am here, but I am not here. I have not done any research upon it.
Most powerful wizard in Brovia, can't you just vamp yourself back into existence?
No. Anyways, who are you, and what are you doing in my laboratory?
My name is Iro. Professor. Professor.
A professor of what? Calligraphy?
No.
Literature?
No.
Grammar?
Magic, to be exact.
Lies.
No lies.
There is no educators here in Barovia of magic and arcane studies.
Yeah, there wasn't until I showed up. A little while ago.
If you're so good, then fix my circle.
I would be able to fix this circle?
Can you cast, or do you have the spell teleportation circle in your spellbook?
I do not, unfortunately.
Then it will take an Arcana check to see if you can fix the circle.
Okay. Fuck. Okay. It's 21.
Oh, could definitely be worse than that.
So, even though you don't have a lot of practice, you know the basic formulas. You don't really have a lot of like practical knowledge on building these things yet, but you know the formulas. You know how to fix this. All you can
Okay.
do, all you know how to do is reverse the last spell cast.
I can reverse the spell that was casted with this teleportation circle. Let's see if that'll get you out.
Okay.
And I assume I proceed to do it.
Yeah. You'll have to perform it like a ritual, so it'll take
Okay.
10 minutes or 11 minutes to do.
Okay.
And when you do it, the teleportation circle normally it flashes like a bright blue white light. This one turns into these green flames and it bursts from the ground, and you don't feel any heat, but the initial surprise of it just makes you jump back. And as the flames shoot up towards the ceiling and envelop part of the ceiling, and they start to slowly go down, you see the body of a young Barovian boy standing in the middle of the circle, staring at his hands in his body in disbelief. And then he starts feeling his body, and he says, "What an amazing moment. An amazing experiment. I must write it down. I was translucent. I could see through myself. I'm going to call it the invisible plane." And then he walks over and starts scribbling in a book.
Do I know where he was just coming from since I redid the spell?
The ethereal plane.
Okay. Yes, it's called the ethereal plane that you just came through. It already has a name. It's already been discovered. Maybe not in Barovia, but in a different world.
The ethereal plane. I like
Yep.
it. And
Hey,
then
does he look dirty? Does he look like he hasn't had a shower in a while?
Yeah.
I prestidigitation.
As you start to cast a spell towards him, you see his hands start to engulf in like lightning. And then he notices that the dirt on his body starts to lift up off his clothes. And he goes, "Oh my god. This I call cleaning magic. This too I can do. It's just useless. There's no need to clean. It is... Who cares when you practice arcane? I can summon lightning at my fingertips. And you think I care about a couple mud stains on my pants? Haha. Ethereal plane recently discovered. By me."
Yeah, no, it's been discovered before you probably were even born.
He just glares at you. "I discovered it first in Barovia, so I will write down what I wish."
Hey, Nick, check your messages.
Okay.
Hey, Nick, check your messages.
Okay.
So, Arrow, what are you doing and how did you get in my house? How are you not dead? Did that brute eat? Were you able to sneak past the brute, Ismark, my father's watchdog?
Oh, your father let me up here for 2. I could very well sneak past with my invisibility spell. It'd be way too easy to get into this
You
house.
know how to turn invisible too.
Yes, but I don't have to go to the ethereal plane to do it.
Well, they don't mean to go to the ethereal plane. I might as well just call it the invisible plane. Because I discovered it. In Barovia, it is known as the invisible plane. So, where does that lead us?
Okay. Well, I believe your father wanted me to teach you things about magic, I assume.
I believe it was a misnomer. He does not appreciate the arcane arts, and he simply wants me to behave for his stupid festivals.
A festival? What does he want you to do for the festival?
Attend, smile, wave at people. These, and he kind of like pulls back one of the curtains blocking the window, and he says, "This town is full of hollows and just boring, lifeless people. They're all idiots. Every single one of them, even a priest at the church, my father, everyone here. Just
Well,
boring patriarchy.
you're not wrong, but why don't you spice it up a little bit at the thing? And I cast dancing lights.
So you see him wave his hand and your lights disappear. I do not need to learn remedial magic. If you have something worthwhile, you will catch my attention. But you keep casting these childish spells.
Yeah, you can.
You saw the border ethereal is what you saw.
Yes.
There's also a deep ethereal plane that is its own pocket dimension.
Oh, a pocket dimension. Is that like
Yes,
one that you make
find
yourself?
pocket dimension. Well, if you find a bag of holding, that's a pocket dimension.
Oh, a bag of holding?
Yes,
What
it
does
is a
it
bag.
hold?
A lot of things, and it feels like you're carrying
So
10
it's,
pounds, but you can carry up to 500.
yes, it's bigger on the inside. I kind of figured that after I said those
Yeah.
words. Well, I guess introductions are in order. I am Victor Valakovich, son of my parents, disgusting fat old man, and my useless of mother.
Victor Von what? Sorry, I'm typing it up for the
Valakovich.
Victor
V-
Valakovich.
Yeah, Valakovich.
When he disregarded my dancing lights, was that a counter spell?
No, it was a dispel magic.
Dispel magic? Okay. Hmm. Dispel magic. That's a level 1 spell, isn't it?
No.
It's a level 2. No, is it? It's. I think I have it. No, I don't have it. Okay. Okay.
Dispel magic is level 3.
Level 3.
Abjuration.
Dang. Level 3 spells. Okay. Uh-huh. So what do you think your father brought me here for? Because
So, I do not know why he brought you in here. He's an idiot. He's a fat old idiot. But what I do know is we could possibly share knowledge. I am trying to get out of these cursed lands. I know that there are other worlds out there. There has to be something outside of here. But I cannot get through this blasted spell. I have tried so many experiments, so many failures. And I just don't know what I'm missing.
this teleportation circle seems to be one of them.
But you fixed it, right? I can use it now?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I haven't fixed it. I just reversed the spell that you did. I know of magic teleportation circle. I do not know of the spell.
So then you can create a circle on the ground, another teleportation ring. You can create one? We can get out of here?
You can't transport through planes with a teleportation circle. You can only stay on the same plane that you are. You somehow, with the half-ass circle that you had on the floor.
I will find a way. Do not tell me what I cannot do. The knowledge of arcane is beyond comprehension.
Yes, it is. But you cannot do it with a teleportation circle. You can only do it with a what the fuck's that? I say that out of character, I don't say that in character.
You thinking about plane shift?
Yeah, plane shift.
Oh.
With a plane shift spell, which
I do not know that one.
Yes, me and you both do not have the power to cast that one. You have to get stronger.
What if we worked together? It sounds disgusting just speaking about it, but you are the smartest person I've met through my entire life.
Yes, potentially.
Look,
I do
here,
not.
take a look at my book.
Okay.
Could any of these help? And he like opens up a book on his desk. It looks to be a spell book.
What do I see in this book? I look through it, I guess.
Well, hold on.
Okay.
I will. Well, shit, I can't just copy it. Oh, Gavin, how do you copy something? Can I
What
just
do
copy
you
his
mean?
spells?
What are you trying to do?
Copy his spells?
I mean, like, in what context? Copy the text, or what are you trying to do?
Yeah, just copy his spells so that way, like, I can just copy and paste the spells.
The spells that this kid has?
Yeah.
Like, from his actual, like, NPC sheet? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
No. I mean, the closest thing you can do is take a screenshot of it and send it to him. But that's really easy to do. If you just do control screenshot, and then you can go straight into Discord from there, go into a private message with Nick, and just control V, and it'll just put your screenshot right in the message.
Okay.
Make sure you're
so
not showing
his
anything.
his
that I
spells.
shouldn't see.
I'll just tell you his spells. His
Okay.
first level, couple pages you flip through, you see detect magic, magic armor, magic missile, misty step, counter spell, fireball, greater invisibility, cone of cold.
I've seen
He's-
no greater invisibility without knowing invisibility.
He says, I don't have to write that one down. I've memorized it forever. Oh, I don't have to write down something that I already know. Quit being. You either help me or I do not need your help at all.
None of these spells, I don't think, they're gonna help us move through a different plane of existence.
This is so infuriating.
Like I
Okay.
said, we need
The
we need
festival
planes.
is tomorrow.
Yes.
So you come back the day after the festival or the night of the festival, and we will work on this some more. I will try to experiment with my teleportation circle. I have many subjects, let's say, to use.
And 20 people, how many people can fit? Refresh me. How many people can fit in a teleportation circle?
8.
Oh, 8 people can fit in one teleportation circle. I shouldn't have told you that.
So,
Interesting.
actually, the way this
I've
spell
only
works,
ever tried one person at a time.
So actually, in a teleportation circle, the spell just lasts for 6 seconds. So it's really just however many people you can funnel through in 6 seconds. What you're talking about for 8 people, that's the actual teleportation spell.
Yeah.
He says, I've only ever experimented with one person at a time, but 8 people, that would be something. I will make sure to write down a note for that.
Yep. Now, your father did say there'd be gold. I do like my money. I need to transfer this scroll into my spellbook, which I believe you can do too. If
You also have a spellbook.
Yes, I actually have 2.
May I see it?
Yeah, I put actually I only put one down. I put my personal spellbook down.
Which one is that in your inventory? Just your regular? It's not Gustav's spellbook, right?
No, it's not Gustav's spellbook. It's the regular spellbook.
Okay.
It's just spellbook, I believe.
So he looks at it and he says, "When you come back, do you mind if I copy this spell down?"
Which spell does he point? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
He points down at Leomund's tiny hut.
Sure.
I'm interested in the way this one works. It's like it's a it's like you build your own house, kind of like. It's fascinating. it kind of fascinates me.
You build your own house, but it only lasts for 8 hours.
Yes, but it is still yours.
Yes, you can copy it
So
down if you
it is
so
like
wish.
creating your own private laboratory. Like,
Yep, but
on
remember,
your
it does.
own.
Yes, but it only lasts for 8 hours. Anything inside of it, I don't think comes back. Is that how that spell works? I believe.
Everything inside of it when it ends just gets jettisoned out whenever the spell ends.
Oh, okay. So yeah, anything inside of it comes out at the end of the spell. But yes, you can. I don't see any problem with you having that spell.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah. The night of the festival or the night after. Deal?
Deal.
Good. Now you can get out of my lab. I have research to attend to.
Oh, he's so polite.
Yeah, so polite. I leave.
He's like a young kid. You would think he is probably like anywhere from 12 to 14. Oh, before you leave, Arrow, I do not forget my standing of the noble family of the Burgermeister here in Valaki. I offer you my gratitude. And he takes like a small bow towards you. But if you would sincerely piss off.
How old are you, kid?
14.
Jesus.
And you already know third level spell or that high powered spells. Interesting.
This arcane terminology is just fascinating.
Yes, that's high power of spells.
I have a lot of
Interesting.
work to do. I am done with conversations.
I leave and I go find the.
Can you
the Burgermeister.
Please send up my next test subject. I mean, can you please send up a servant up when you pass by one in the hallway?
They don't like seeing me. I'm an elf.
And so I am
And
just coming to realize.
And they turn away every time they look at me.
I
So
do
they
not
probably will
care.
not listen
When
to me.
you speak, tell them that Victor needs assistance. They will
Okay.
come running. They always do. And
Does he
turns
really-
back. He turns back to his table and starts jetting notes down.
Okay. I'll leave.
Do you stop any of the servants on the way out? There's
No,
a bunch of them.
I go find the Burgermeister and I tell him what his son wants.
You don't actually find him. Most doors that you come to are locked.
Dirty snip.
I tell one of them, hey, that snotty little kid wants you, but I just don't suggest going up there.
You just
and then I
hear
leave.
a loud sigh from some woman. And she
Jeez,
starts
and
walking up the stairs.
No way, dude. He actually puts spells on these people.
does what?
He uses these spells on these people.
I don't know.
Okay. Oh yeah. You don't know.
Little do
You're
we know,
DM,
this
but you
kid
don't
is
know.
like a 17th level wizard.
I know, right? Like third level spells. I'm like, homie, what? He's only 15. Oh.
14.
Anyway, 14.
But-
Whatever.
Yeah. If you're heading out, nobody tries to stop you. That's for sure.
I was. I
And,
don't leave until I get paid. I'm not leaving this house until I
So
get paid.
there is a butler by the door,
Okay.
and as he sees you coming, he does not hesitate to open the door, and he holds up like this small leather sack,
Okay.
and he just drops it in your hand.
All right.
Like you can
that's
catch
fine.
it if you want, or it's gonna hit the ground.
I mage hand catch it.
Oh, nice. He freaks
Yeah.
out. And
As he
as soon
sees
as you cross the threshold, he slams and locks the door, and you hear like 4 bolts go off. Like he just starts bolting down the door.
He and
behind
then
you.
Arrow casts a knock.
yeah, I don't have the one. Unfortunately.
You get 50
Oh.
gold.
Nice. I'll take it, and I will go back to the manor.
The
That
blue
is
water
enough to
inn.
buy a quarter of a
Yeah.
healing potion.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And actually, it's not even enough to put a spell in my spell book, is it?
Yeah. Spell into your spell book. If it's evocation, it's 25 gold. It's 50 gold per spell.
Oh, okay.
So
Per spell level. Okay.
yeah.
How high is? Okay, it's 54.
What spell are you looking for?
Feather falling.
Just wish.
level spell. Yeah, that's 450 gold
That's
to add that to your spell
no
list for wish. But
for wish.
Featherfall
Yeah,
is
no,
Featherfall is 50 gold.
50 gold. Okay, yeah. Am I really gonna?
All right, so let's go back to the party while you're
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
to Victor. What's the rest of the party doing? What are y'all doing at the Blue Water Inn?
People are able to jump into voice chat if you choose to and join the game or movie that we're playing.
The
What's the rest of you guys doing at the Blue Water Inn?
Oh, I'm looking for Octavio.
Okay. You meet up with Erwin, and he tells you that he hasn't seen Rictavio in a couple days, but he said he would be back for the festival. He would be back in town for the festival, so he kind of figures he left town. Because he said that when y'all left to go to the Wizards of Winery, Rictavio also left later that night. Like, he left right before the gates locked.
So, I actually have a question for you.
Yeah.
No, this is like in character.
Mhm.
Has Octavio seemed a little off lately?
No. But Rictavio's been a gentleman. I mean, he's a little rowdy, but he brings in the customers.
Right, of course. I don't want to. I don't want to ever. I want you to have that.
Okay.
But
Also coming in the door kind of late is Vasily. And he just walks in casually and waves at Erwin and you standing by the bar, and he walks over and sits down at a table with a group of local hunters. And did you need anything else?
no, that is it. Thank you.
He just nods and keeps going back to wiping down the singular glass he's been wiping down for 45 minutes while he runs his mouth, and his wife gives him an evil stare from the kitchen. It's not extremely lively in here tonight. The word really hasn't spread too fast that they restocked on all their wines. So
can I kind of want to run errands, as in drop by
Yeah.
the general goods store, get a javelin, drop by the church to get my maul back.
yeah, you can get all of those things
Okay.
and then be back pretty quickly. Javelins they're not that expensive.
Yeah, and actually we have a credit there of like what was it?
500.
I thought it was 1,000 gold because it was for bringing
No.
back shipment of stuff.
No, because he never had a shipment coming in. He didn't know where it came from, and you took the armor back. He was going to give you 500, or he said he was going to give you an extra 500 gold credit, but he's also said that you can take it to Vasily, and he'll give you gold for it, because the only thing the store clerk could do is he gave you the gold that he had, and then he was going to give you 1,000 for store credit, but then you took the armor to Vasily to get 500 gold from him.
That makes sense.
So you only have the 500 gold credit at the store.
Is that for all of us, or is that
Yeah, that's for your
between
group.
all of us?
For all of us.
Okay,
That's for the group.
gotcha.
So, I mean, javelins aren't that expensive, and you can get it pretty. I mean, he has javelins. It's 5 silver pieces, so you can get 2 javelins for a gold.
I just need one. I'm just one shy.
Okay, so he's gonna still tell you that it's 1 gold for one. You can get 2 for 1 gold or 1 for 1 gold.
2 for 1 gold, I guess.
Yeah. So now you're at 499.
Dope.
If somebody wants to take write that down somewhere.
Is anybody else putting in their notes? Because I can.
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
I was gonna put it
All
in
right.
here that I
And
buy javelins.
when you get back to the Blue Water Inn, Vasily meets your gaze, and he stands up from his table and he's walking over towards you, Rhaegar.
Sorry, I'm still typing this in.
You're good.
Okay. Sorry, what was that?
Said when you walk into the Blue Water Inn, Vasily meets your gaze and he stands up and he's walking towards you.
Oh, okay. Great.
And he says,
I need to practice getting in character. Getting in barbarian character. Huh.
yeah.
Oh,
He,
Vasily. What?
he kind of pulls this small leather satchel around his side and he takes it off and he hands it out towards you and he says, "This is for you, my friend. This is the money for that elegant suit of armor that y'all brought by. It is pristine."
Oh, you were a man of your word. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure doing business with you, and I gratefully take the gold out of his hand.
Yeah.
Am I there at this point?
Not quite yet.
Okay.
Just give it just a couple seconds. Right after this conversation, you can be here.
Okay.
Jace, what are you doing? Are you downstairs with Rhaegar? Did you have stuff to get at the stores?
Yeah.
All right.
As far as materials and stuff go, I would like to kind of keep my feelers out for just. I know I'm probably not going to be able to afford this now, but just. I'm working towards the sum total of diamonds needed to be able to resurrect some.
Hang on, I'm going to remind someone of something. Somebody had like their alchemy bag or something like that stolen by a wolf, like just yesterday on the road back.
It wasn't
was
me. I'm
me.
pretty sure that was Arrow. Yeah.
Yeah, you can get
okay.
all that supplies for, let's say, like 3 gold. You can get all that supplies for like 3 gold. You
Okay.
can get him a new alchemy bag and stuff like that.
Okay, well, if I could retcon it, I'll just pick that up for him.
Yeah.
I'll remember it when I'm at the store for him.
I'm just going to be looking out for any cheap, imperfect diamonds.
You don't find any at any of the stores here.
Okay.
That was 3 gold, so now we have 496 gold credit. I'm going to underline that. Then bold and underline.
So, if I may ask you, Rhaegar, well, you can count the gold if you want, but it's all there. I even had the children at the orphanage help me count it out. But, what have y'all been up to? It's been a couple days since I've seen any of you.
No, we've been hunting down some information for a friend and in the process helping out some other friends over by the winery.
Oh, you went to the winery.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice. I've been meaning to go out there, but just things have keep me so busy here. But especially with the orphanage and all the children. Yes, but I heard that they have chickens at the winery. I haven't had a chicken in so long.
Did we see chickens at the winery?
We did.
You have eggs here in Vallaki, but you've never actually seen like chicken meat. It's all like pork and wolves and stuff like that.
Yes, chickens as far as the eye can see. Quite an abundance of them.
Hey, 2 of them.
That's so amazing.
I'm
anyways,
sure if you take a bow and make a trek out there, they will not mind at all if you slay a chicken or 2.
I do not think that's a wise idea. Honestly, I've met Davian once before, and he kind of scares me. So I do not have any aspirations on going to the winery, in honesty. But I one of these days I will muster up the courage. Probably when he's too old to come outside and yell at me.
Take a bow with you when you go.
I will probably ask Rhaegar to go with me.
Not a problem.
But yes, the festival tomorrow. You will be there, right?
I believe so.
Wonderful. I don't exactly know what's going on, but the whole town is mandated to be there by the rules of the Burgermeister.
Yeah, that's not suspicious at all. But I had showed up by now.
Yeah, you would be there by
Okay.
now. It is something that he does periodically. It's in all honesty, it's a little frustrating because it puts all of my other business on hold.
Have you
Because
ever
Yeah, I can see that.
have you ever attended it before?
every single time it is mandated that all citizens of Valaki show.
Um,
And
Wait.
being one of the noble families, I must show face.
yes. So that armor, it has magical properties to it. Would you like me to identify them at some point?
I mean, I did not know, but sure. You can come by anytime you wish. It is right in the main hallway.
All right. Because if you do tend to sell it, it will fetch a higher price if you know what magical properties it contains.
Oh, I don't really intend to sell it. The children really love playing with it, so
Yes, of
yes,
course.
they keep moving it around the house, and it's kind of amazing because I could barely move it by myself, but then you get 12 kids. It's a lot
Oh, yes.
easier.
I bet.
I was surprised that Rigar was able to bring it in all in one piece.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, I will let all of you get your rest. And I hope to see you all at the festival tomorrow.
Yes, of course.
So, if you guys would like, we can keep going tonight if y'all have something else to do. Or we can call it here and start our next session with the Festival of the Blazing Sun.
So all I
I
know
can
is
keep going.
I'm not going to know whether I have to go pick up Mary until like 10 o'clock. Either she's riding home with her friend or I have to get her. So I don't even know until about 10 o'clock whether I'm going to need to or not.
Okay.
It doesn't matter to me. We can keep going.
It's
I knew.
9:30. I got a good hour or so left in me.
Okay, what about you, Brandon?
Brandon?
I just went and washed my face, my dude. Thank you, Darkman Gaming, my dude.
Brandon!
Dang it!
Hold on. Let me see if I can go get him. Oh.
Halo inside, my dude. What
Yeah.
we're streaming Darkman Gaming.
Tell him to mute his mic. Well, he's watching podcasts or whatever. It's rude. Trying to play a game here.
I'm going to go get him. Hold on.
Darkman Gaming. Halo
So-
inside, my dude.
I actually did just get the text from her. I am picking her up, so I have to go at like 10:15. Well,
Let me
more
know.
like 10:10.
Oh, Nick, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. Give me a
Okay.
second. Here he is, guys. And your headphones not muted. They can hear the stream.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Yeah, thanks for rejoining us.
I saw your text.
I told y'all I had to go real quick.
No
No one
just
ever
saw it.
listens to me.
You mute and unmute your mic periodically. We never know when you're talking or not.
Well, the reason why I've been muting my mic tonight is because I've been using a sander and all that.
Yeah, we understand. You got a bunch of cups to sell. We get it.
Oh, these are all Christmas presents, but I'll be right back to my headset. Just give me 2 seconds.
All right. Yeah, so let's all right. So you'll all enjoy your little feasts and everything that you have at the Blue Water Inn. You settle down for the night, actually in your own beds. Everybody has their own bed, and it's super comfortable considering you are not sleeping on the floor or out in the wild or somewhere along those lines.
I like my own bed.
So, old familiar beds here at the Blue Water Inn. There's no howling outside, no noise of people around. All the lights start to get snuffed out one at a time around the city that you can see out the window. And it is a peaceful, quiet night in Valaki. I need someone to roll me a random encounter.
I got you.
What? Oh,
Yeah, I've not been rolling very well.
I got you. Here we go and roll. 18.
18.
All right, we're all dead, guys.
Yeah, there's actually not any random encounters while you're in Vallaki. I just wanted to make one of you roll something because it's been a while since somebody rolled something. But yeah, no, you all get a peaceful night's rest. You all had your fortune read by Madame Ava. It was a very eventful day. Some of you a little shooken more than most. You can definitely tell that you have not seen Irina or Ismark all night. Ivan also seems to be in his own little world most of the night, scribbling like he's got a little candle set up in the corner of the room. And when you awake, he is sleeping in his chair, not in his bed in the room. And it looks like he was scribbling in his textbook, his book that he keeps around with him. And it's like a large tome that he keeps around. And yeah, so you all wake, and the morning is yours. Morning of the festival.
Did I already go and see the priest and get my maul back?
Oh, yes.
Yes, you did.
Yes, you did.
I wasn't sure if that got added to my inventory.
I actually have not. I built it in D&D Beyond. I have not added it to I had not had the chance to add it to Fantasy Grounds.
Not a hurry.
But it is a +1 magic weapon.
Very nice.
So.
Man, y'all getting the good shit.
Well, it's a two-handed maul if you want to use it.
You want to try it, buddy?
No, I'm good. Shit, dude, I don't have anything magical.
That's how my first campaign was. I was getting gypped. Everyone had like 1 or 2 enchanted magical items, and I had nothing. Like I was using my freaking basic bow with my rogue.
So, some of you looking out the windows and doors, you can actually see a bunch of guards marching down the street, pushing this large. It looks kind of like this large wagon with a cloth draped over this large thing inside, like sitting on top of the wagon, kind of like a parade, but it's like covered in like cloths, and they're just marching this thing down the street towards the town square.
Interesting.
As you hear a town crier say, "Hear ye, hear ye! Come all! It is mandated by the Baron. Today is the festival of the rising sun. Hear ye, hear ye!" And it keeps going on as the guards are marching on, and you kind of hear that throughout the whole day. Most of the day is yours. You start hearing talk like the festival from Irwin and stuff. The festivals always start in the middle of the day, and they carry on for about an hour or so, and it's all super fun and everything like that. So,
like required to be fun.
Yeah.
Until a fireball ruins it all. No, I'm just kidding.
That would probably be the fun part.
I mean, it makes for great fireworks.
I think if I did that, the whole entire town would be running in fear.
Yeah, that's one of those things where if this was a video game, you would totally save your game before you did that.
Yeah, yep. Like,
But
let me
then
see what
definitely
this
do
does.
it just to see how it would go. Yes.
Right? I'm like, I want to see it and then completely rewind time so that I don't screw everything up.
Yeah.
Hey,
unfortunately, you cannot do that.
Can we just imagine it? Can we go forth through the scenario as if we did that, and then just afterwards just come back and be like it was all imagination?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
I didn't expect anything else.
Yeah. So, Ivan tells you that he's actually going to spend the day with Father Lucian. He's not going to hang about and goof off at the festival. So wherever Father Lucian is, that's where he's going to be.
So the festival happens midday.
Yeah, and this is in the morning.
All right, cool. I'm gonna be freaking beaming. I am on fire, looking for fucking Rictavia at this point.
Hello and welcome back to the series. Someone who cannot
You don't really see him, but you do find his wagon in the center of town, off to the side. It's already like set up and everything for a show, but you don't find Rick Tavio himself.
So when I go to his wagon, he doesn't seem to be there.
Mm-mm. You just hear loud snoring noises from the inside.
So he's in it.
No,
No, never mind.
he's not.
Okay,
You know what's in there.
I know exactly what's in there. All right. Hey,
You want to
Jake.
give me a investigation check to try and find him?
Yeah, I'll give you an investigation check to kind of find him. I'm really good at it.
You're in the town square, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a 16.
Yeah, he's just not here.
Hey, Jace, I got a question for you.
What you got?
Jace? Jace.
Definitely talking right now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Are
we
you?
hear you now.
Oh, okay.
You mind being a lookout for me?
Still trying to find Rick Tavio?
No, I'm gonna go sneak into his freaking trailer or his wagon.
Yes, okay, so that is fine. Tell you what, in the event that everything is all clear, you just I'll project a red light into the trailer if you need to get the hell out.
All right, I'm gonna go try not to get eaten by the tiger.
I'm sorry, tiger?
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's okay, or lion, or whatever it is. It'll be okay.
I mean,
All right, so I'm gonna roll my stealth check. Here we go. Do I get advantage on this because they're like looking out for me?
No, because you're kind of in a highly populated area. There's a lot of people that's already here.
Oh, that's fine. Stealth check. That's 15.
So as you start to you're able to dip away from the majority of the crowd, and you find yourself hiding behind stalls and bouncing from stall to stall. No one really seems to notice you. But as you walk up to the back of the wagon, you actually see two young men, two that you've seen several times, and their name is Carl and Nikolai Wachter. They are the sons of Lady Wachter. You actually saw them in the house getting reprimanded when you were stealing the pearls of the Wachter house. They've
nice.
also been in the Blue Water Inn several times, just getting drunk as shit in the Blue Water Inn. And they are just kind of poking and prodding at the wagon and trying to peek inside. And you pretty sure they're already drunk.
Kids.
Huh? We aren't doing anything. He did it.
I'll give you a coin. I'll give you a gold piece per each of you to go get drunk if you walk away.
They kind of look at each other and then they outreach their hands.
I said a gold piece in each one of their hands.
They get really big smiles and take off running.
Well, I'm gonna go try to get into the freaking into the wagon.
Okay.
So slide a hand check.
From the outside of the wagon, you see no keyholes, no locks, no hinges. Just in the back of the wagon, you see a staircase that leads up to these iron bars.
I walk up to it.
Okay. You cannot see inside, but you do hear some loud snoring coming from inside. Sounds like a beast is inside.
I can't see inside it because it's dark.
Yeah.
No, I have night vision. I can see inside it.
Oh, well, yeah. You see a tiger, a huge tiger that takes up almost the entirety of the inside of the wagon.
I whistle.
He looks up at you,
Hey,
and
buddy.
then he puts his head right back down.
All right. All right. I'm going to freaking. It's dark, so I'm getting into that wagon.
It's not dark outside. It's dark in the wagon.
I know, but I can jump into a shadow.
Or
Shadow
is
step,
it a
man.
shadow that you can see? Because
Yes.
you can't see inside the wagon. You have
let's
to
see.
be in a shadow outside and see another shadow you can go to.
Hey, Regar,
Yes.
do you mind standing right here?
As long as I'm going in with the tiger, I will stand right there for him.
You're not going in. I just need your shadow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna jump in.
He's looking at my face, but I will go ahead and move into position.
From his shadow, I'll jump into the fucking cart.
So the tiger does take up like 90% of this thing. So I need you to make an athletics check to make sure you don't land on it.
All right.
And it's going to be pretty high because, like I
This
said,
wouldn't
this
be
thing takes up like
acrobatics?
90% of the
Athletics
inside
or
of the wagon.
Because that's more of a dex thing.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds more like it's a
Acrobatics.
balance thing.
Yeah, acrobatics check.
Oh, me!
I need
Oh
you-
my god.
I need you to roll initiative.
Wait, hold on. No,
You
hold
should
on.
land
Hold on.
on top
No,
of the tiger.
I'm gonna do a thing.
No, you can't do a thing.
Yeah, I have something that can help.
What? What is it?
I can do favored by the gods and let him roll an additional 2d4. Oh no, that's with the saving throw or attack roll. Never mind.
By the gods.
Fine.
He wanted to get in there.
Oh. Would I be with them? I don't know if I'll be with them. I don't know if I want to be with them.
Sorry.
Dude,
So-
I don't think I can bail you out of this one.
As you get in there and you fall down on top of this tiger and you jump through the shadows, you trip over a urn and just land right on top of the tiger. And
gonna start
he
petting
lifts up his head and you can see these giant, like, these two giant fangs protruding up from his bottom jaw, and he starts to growl and starts to stand up with you on top of him.
I'm
You
petting him.
go first.
Cool. All right. So I'm gonna, working with circus animals and stuff like that. I'm just gonna pet him and calm him down.
That's all you're gonna do? You're gonna try and calm him down?
I'm just
Roll
gonna try-
a handling check.
Aminal handling.
Yeah. Roll a saber-tooth tiger handling check.
21.
21.
God damn.
I'm
You
proficient
see
in animal
as
handling.
he stands up from your petting, and you see the fur on the back of his neck start to stand up as he just like walks over and starts to sniff your face, but he keeps growling at you. Like, he is not happy that you're here, but he is not actively attacking you right now.
All right. So what's the tiger's name? Because I'm sure Rictavio would have told me his name at one point. I would have known it.
Here, let me type it out. It might be hard for you to pronounce this, so I'll type it out.
Tiger.
It's tiger with a Y.
Tiger. It's me, Bloom. It's okay. We've seen each other before.
He slowly starts to crouch down, like he's gonna pounce, but he does not move.
Remember that big steak I gave you when you were back at the carnival? The big one?
So he's just gonna ready an action
Mm-hmm.
on his turn, and it's back to you.
Okay, I'm gonna do a quick look around. Do I see anything?
Make a perception check.
Okay. So this will be my action. Ah, fucking 11.
Getting these low rolls out of the way today.
I know.
Let me see. Do you find anything in Octavio's cart with an 11?
Anything of note, anything of interest that I really like that would stick out to me.
Yeah, so it says there's a saber-toothed tiger. This currently inside. Here we go. You see two things with your 11. You see one, right underneath you is a trapdoor. And two, right beside you, contains a torn up doll.
All right.
And it is a doll that is torn up and kind of shredded. And it is a once colorful dressed Vistani effigy stitched into patterned pants with the slogan, "Is no fun, is no Blinsky."
Okay, bonus action. I'm gonna freaking jump into back into Rhaegar Shadow.
Okay.
Good choice.
You hear the growling from inside the wagon stop.
Well, that was eventful. Nothing of note, but does not mean Rectavia doesn't have it on him. So, I almost died in there, but that's okay. I almost forgot that Rectavia is really bad at names. He called his tiger, even though it's spelled with a Y.
I'm gonna see if I can post this picture. There's actually a picture in the module of Rictavio's
Lion.
no. Of
Maybe
his
it's tiger.
no.
Tiger.
Of his
Wagon.
wagon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Does
The
that
wagon.
kid want me to go in the morning or in the afternoon?
He said in the
Or the night.
afternoon, either tonight or tomorrow night. The night of the
Okay.
festival or the night after. One of those
Okay.
two. So he can get a spell from you.
Thank you, Rhaegar. You probably actually saved my life.
Yeah, that tiger is no fucking joke.
Just by standing there, you saved my life. But you like my nifty new trick? I can now jump to shadows.
Anyways, time to go to the festival. So, I assume everybody does their thing and we get to the festival and that's it. I don't know.
Oh, well, I
Is
mean,
there
y'all are
anything else?
at the festival. Oh, you know what else is at the festival?
No.
Rod.
You hear off in the distance of the festival, as you
Hives and-
see, you slowly see some storm clouds brewing, and you hear some people muttering and mumbling about bad weather's coming through and stuff, and then people kind of brush it off because bad weather never falls on a festival, but
Yeah,
then
I
you hear
leave.
this. You hear somebody off in the distance that kind of piques y'all's interest, and you hear, "Well, howdy! It's me. I'm selling rare gems. I come from Beartalk Mountain. Come look at my wares."
Am I there?
Yeah, everybody's here.
Look,
This is
I just-
literally everybody in the town. The guards have gone through the town and is forcing people out of their homes to attend this festival.
Look, I just need some diamonds.
Well, I got all kinds of diamonds. What kind of diamond are you looking for? I
Just
even got
whatever.
sapphires, gemstones, opals,
Only
pearls.
diamonds. Just whatever. I throw. How much for your cheapest diamond?
7,000 gold.
The cheapest one.
50 gold.
You got anything cheaper?
20 gold.
Anything cheaper?
85 gold.
20 gold. Gotcha. Yeah, I'll buy a diamond for 20 gold.
He pulls one out of his pocket and like spits on it and then rubs it on his sleeve
I
and
wish
then
you
just
wouldn't
goes
do
to like drop it in your hand. He spits on it through his two front teeth. Has like this huge gap. And he
Alright.
goes to drop it in your hand. It's this little tiny like pebble.
You said 20 gold?
Yeah.
Alright, fine. So I'm paying for this with 5 blood coins. 13.
He takes a bite out of each one.
Okay. 13 gold pieces and 20 silver pieces.
Okay.
Jace, I have a question for you.
Yes.
How much more diamonds do you need?
Well, I need well, quite a lot. About something that equals roughly the value of 300 gold pieces. So.
How about? Hey, gem miner, motherfucker person.
It's Jimbo, the gem miner from Mount Meritar.
Hey, Jimbo, I have a question.
Well, I might have an answer, or I might just have more questions leading to more questions that might just answer your question.
I got 63 gold pieces. I'll take your 70 gold piece diamond.
What?
Yeah, you heard me.
No, what'd you say?
I need your 70 gold piece diamond.
Well, that'll be 70 gold.
All right, I hand him 63 gold.
He just starts taking a bite out of each one, and then he goes, "All right," and then he pulls out a diamond from his pocket, spits on it, rubs it on a sleeve, and drops it in your hand. It's like
Tony.
it's a little bit bigger than his.
Do I have any idea what the actual value of the diamond I just got is? Because, the material cost has nothing to do with how much you spent on it. It's talking about the conventional value. So what is the...
It's about 20 gold.
Okay.
Is the one I got about 70 gold?
Yeah, it's 70 gold.
So we got 90 gold pieces worth of diamonds.
You're welcome, because I'm broke now.
Thank you.
I'm at nothing now. I am done.
So let me add this to my inventory. So there's a small diamond, cost 20 gold piece. Alright, that's in there.
But guys, it's getting 10 o'clock. I gotta get going so I can get to bed.
Go ahead. So Jimbo looks around and he sees like the rest of the people coming around. He's like, "You there, big guy? Would you like a ruby? 50,000 gold. You got a deal."
Jace, how big of a diamond do you need?
Roughly a pretty big one. If that's going to be enough to... I hold up like my fist, about that size.
No, an actual number. Jesus Christ!
So I've got 90 gold pieces worth of diamonds. I still need 210 gold pieces of diamonds left.
All right, Jimbo, I would like 210 gold worth of diamonds.
That's a lot of math. What if I just give you a diamond and we call it even? Okay. You give me gold for the diamond.
As long as it's worth 210.
Well, I think I got something over here in one of my lock boxes. So he pulls out a diamond from one of his lock boxes. Like he pulls out this key from his beard and he puts it in the lock box. And like he has to lean over because he's not taking off the necklace. And he opens up this glass case. And he pulls out a diamond and he
Is it bigger than the one that Spark handed to me?
It's about the size of a baseball.
Okay.
He says, "Will this one do?"
That'll do. And I abruptly snatch it from him and pull out my big bag of coins that I got from Vasily. Now feeling like a rich man, I count out 210 gold coins. Actually, yeah, 210 gold coins.
I think, don't you only have 200 gold pieces, Rhaegar? I thought that was all you had.
You're right. I only have 200 gold pieces. There you go.
That's a nice deal.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's a 300 gold diamond.
Oh! So I got like 1 1/3 of the diamonds I need. Okay. Well, no. Like I have enough and then some.
Oh, all right.
I mean, he's not the smartest. He's not the smartest carrot in the ground.
So I've got
one large diamond worth 300 gold pieces, and then I also have a medium and a small diamond that are with a combined value of 90,
meaning after I use, well, if I have to use that large diamond, we're actually well on our way to having enough for a second resurrection if we need to.
Would you like to buy a ruby?
No, thank you. We just needed the diamonds.
Well, how about a sapphire?
Nope, just needed the diamonds.
Well, what about an opal?
Oh, what? No.
I got some onyx.
You know what?
What about some iron ore? I got a bunch of coal.
What about my ass?
Well, I don't know about it. Sure.
Where are your manners?
Hey, my boat has two fronts. I go up and down rivers. Oh, what about this special black powder that I started making? You know, it done gave in my entire folk clan, but it makes loud noises.
That might actually. How much for this black powder?
Well, about 500 gold a pound.
How about 50 gold a pound?
Well, I mean, that sounds about right to me.
How about 5 gold a pound?
Well, no, you already said 50. Too late for all that.
I don't have that much money.
Well, then I guess you ain't getting no powder.
How about how much powder can exactly 5 gold pieces get me?
A pinch?
No, thank you. Never mind.
I actually cannot find black powder in the item list.
Gunpowder. It's called gunpowder.
Oh, you know what? I'm on the spells tab, so that's probably why there's no spell called gunpowder.
Well, you're not gonna find it as black powder. It's called gunpowder.
Yeah, probably would also help. So a powder horn is 35 gold piece, and y'all agreed on 50. So
no,
1 pound. Yeah. And he says, I'll give you a whole pound for 50 gold.
17 gold. That is a very gracious offer.
Did I offer that or you?
I think, 17 gold. I think we can do that. Can't we, guys?
Yeah, should be fine.
Giving it half off of the price. That's so generous.
Well, it is quite generous. I'm feeling in good spirits. It's a festival today. Let me just get this powder horn out real quick. And he gets a powder horn out, puts it on a scale, and then he goes, yeah, that's about right. And then you can see that he didn't take the shit off the scale before, and it says 15 pounds because there's other coal on the scale. And he takes it off and just hands you a powder horn.
All right, thank you, Arrow. Would you care to pay the man?
Yeah, that's a 2-pound powder horn.
How much is it?
I'll just drop it in your inventory.
All right, drop it in my inventory.
Well, who wants the powder horn of gunpowder?
You know what? I feel like, strangely enough, Rhaegar could benefit from it the most.
He's the one who seems the most likely to just run in and blow something up.
Seriously, are you making me a suicide bomber here?
No, I'm not saying you would
run at him.
I'm not saying you'd blow yourself up, but you'd be the one who'd be most likely, I think, to huck a flaming horn of gunpowder at somebody.
I mean, I'll hold on to it.
All right, I dropped it into your inventory. Treat it like a Molotov cocktail. You gotta light a fuse. Oh yeah, he also has dynamite in his inventory too.
I do?
No, this guy.
5 gold for
so
the dynamite.
A powder horn is just a powder, but he actually sells dynamite too. It's 30 gold per stick of dynamite.
Oh, I wish we would have known that. Tell you what, can you just turn this powder into one of those pointing at the dynamite?
Well, sure, that'll be 5 gold.
5 silver?
5 gold.
I give him the 5 gold.
You give him. Make sure you're minusing all this from your inventory. That's 20. That's 22 gold.
Wait, hold up. No, we're trading the powder for the dynamite, aren't we?
Yeah, but you owe him 5 more gold.
Okay, he takes 3. So 10 silver pieces is equal to gold, right?
Yes.
Is he gonna one thing of a gold? All right,
Yeah.
he gets 30 silver pieces
He
to bring
bites
me
down
down
on
to
each one, and when he gets done with that, he holds out his hand.
And how much do I owe him now?
2 gold.
I give him 2 gold.
He hands you a stick of dynamite. Like, he doesn't take the powder horn from Rhaegar. He just hands you a stick of dynamite. So I'll drop that in your inventory.
drop my inventory. Drop that in my inventory.
So what if, say, the stick of dynamite is already at a spot, right? And then somebody runs over the stick of dynamite, and then he hucks a fireball directly onto that person on top of the stick of dynamite.
It's going to ignite the stick of dynamite.
I would hope so, yes, and make a much bigger boom.
No, it's just going to add an extra 3d6.
Well, that's what I mean, bigger boom.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be 2 explosions. It's gonna count as 2 separate explosions going off at the same time.
But a really big
fireballs.
boom.
Yeah.
Bada boom.
Yeah, big bada boom.
All right, well, I'm about to have to walk out the door to go pick up my wife.
Okay. You do see your wife. It's funny to say that, isn't it?
It is. I'm still getting used to it.
And then you kind of get a little proud of it. So me and my wife the other day, right? We didn't do anything. We actually sat on the couch, but it was me and my wife.
Me and
sat
my
on
wife
the couch.
sat on the couch all day watching anime.
Yeah. I love it when somebody's like, "So what did you and your wife do all weekend?" Me and my wife, nothing. Yeah, okay. So there is still a whole bunch of vendors and stuff that y'all haven't seen before here at the festival. So there's a lot to do at the festival. Lots to do.
So, question: if I sign into my driving thing on Discord, I can play for 15 minutes longer on the way there. Is that something that I should do, or is it about to end?
We'll just go ahead and end it right here, and we'll pick it up in a couple weeks, and we'll get fully into the festival. I am glad we were able to get a little bit of shopping done. Just a little bit of shopping done before the festival commences.
When you're a full caster, other than reagents and stuff, there's not a whole lot that you need to buy other than magical gear, but something tells me there's not a magic item shop in this town. Or at the very least one that I can afford.
You can end your stream now if you want before you get out of here.
I wouldn't be able to